What is up? YouTube, how y'all doing, man? Hey, Diddy's daughters have a huge breakdown in court after Diddy reveals this. I was always concerned about the twins and the other daughter as well, the females, the daughters, hearing all this stuff that they dad did. Even if he didn't do it, just hearing it can be very troubling on the little kids and stuff, man. But anyway, I'm pooped, man. I'm tired. I'm sweating and everything. I just came from my walk, did my exercise. Whew. So y'all hit that subscribe button. Shouldn't have too much to say. Check out our Patreon, man. Thank y'all so much for supporting the Patreon and all that good stuff. Check out our Patreon, man. We got videos and stuff up there for the patrons. See me walking and huffing and puffing. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Let's check it out. We kind of got in the middle. Hold up. Oh my God, man. This thing always starting in the middle. I guess we check it out a little bit.
Diddy's daughters, 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦, Chance, and
Here
Jessie,
we go.
are allegedly distancing themselves from Diddy and planning to file for emancipation in the middle of the fallout in Diddy's legal drama. Why is Diddy's family leaving him alone? And what does all of this have to do with 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦's autopsy report? Let's find out.
Joining me now is one of tonight's A-list presenters. It's Sean Diddy Combs with his stunningly beautiful daughter, Chance Combs. Mr. Combs, is this not the perfect father-daughter date night?
I'm speechless. I am speechless. Baby, you look so beautiful. So beautiful. She's a future actress. Her name is Chance Combs. Chance, you tell her.
Yes, I'm an aspiring actress, and it's my first time at the Oscars, so I'm really excited to be here. Yeah.
Diddy's daughters have always stood by his side, but unlike his sons, they never really stepped into the spotlight, despite wanting to be stars themselves. According to reports, this was because Diddy was allegedly stopping them. Ever since Kim Porter's death in 2018 due to an alleged case of pneumonia, Diddy's daughters have been trying to leave Diddy. Keep in mind that Kim's death is thought by many to be an alleged murder that involved Diddy, and soon after her death, a leaked memoir even came out that proved this. These allegations put a huge strain on Diddy's relationship with his daughters, who had seen firsthand how Diddy treated their mom.
So it says, investigation. On November 15th, 2018 at 13:05 hours, Officer Villanova from LAPD North Hollywood Division called Case Loan at the LA County Department of Medical Examiner Coroner to report this apparent natural death. It was reported that the decedent was found unresponsive bed by family members. That's how it's written. 911 was dialed and death was determined at the scene. There was no known medical history other than recent cold flu-like symptoms for the past few days. An in-house physician prescribed antibiotics and IV fluids. There was no known history of drugs or alcohol use. PMD 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦. And then up here it says Farzam. So I don't know if that's her doctor that came to her home. I'm not sure. I was assigned this field call by Lieutenant Smith on the 15th of November 2018 at approximately 13:16 hours. I arrived on scene at approximately 14:10 hours and departed from the scene at approximately 16:33 hours. Foul play is not suspected.
Right after it became clear that Diddy wasn't going to get out of jail, after his bail got repeatedly denied, Diddy's daughters stopped visiting him altogether. During Diddy's most recent bail hearing, only his sons, Justin and Christian Combs, came to see him. The rest of his family has stopped talking to him, and according to prosecutors, the videos of his family wishing him happy birthday were scripted to bring Diddy support and sympathy.
All right, sing that.
Happy birthday to Daddy.
To Daddy. Happy birthday to Daddy. Happy birthday. Keep going.
Happy birthday to Daddy. Keep going, love.
Happy birthday to Daddy.
I love y'all so much.
We love you too.
Love you, Pastor.
So much. I can't wait to see y'all.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see y'all. And I just want to say I'm proud of y'all, especially the girls. I mean, all of y'all, but just for being strong. Thank y'all for being strong, and thank y'all for being by my side and supporting me. I love y'all.
Wow,
the best
that gotta
family in
be.
the world. My birthday, I'm happy. Thanks for y'all giving me this call. Thank you very much. I love y'all.
We love you, Lord. Can't wait to see you in a couple of days.
We're waiting to get this hearing started. It was interesting too because this time around, you know, Diddy was brought in first. He was brought in about a couple minutes after 2 p.m. today, and we were all kind of waiting to see. We had heard mumblings that his mom might be in courtroom, that we were waiting for the children, but then nothing happened. But then, in another twist and turn, the children do walk in, but this time it was a lot smaller bunch than it was the last time. So last time you're having all of Diddy's children, except with the exception of Love, who is just a 2-year-old child, so she wasn't at court, but you had all of Diddy's children there except Love. But this time around you just had Justin Combs and Christian Combs, meaning that there was no Quincy there today. Delilah and Jesse weren't there, Chance wasn't there, and the caretakers of his younger children who aren't of age just yet, they were not present inside the courtroom as well today. But his mom also wasn't in court today. So when Diddy came inside, you know, it was still that standard issued MDC jumpsuit. He's wearing khaki. You know, from that video of, I think that was obtained by Daily Mail back in September, of Diddy playing hacky sack in Central Park, to now he appeared just astonishingly thinner, which you can expect to be inside a federal detention center for a couple months now. A lot different from the luxury lifestyle that he was living before, but he appeared very noticeably thinner, and maybe being locked up in detention is starting to wear on him. He appeared grayer a little bit as well too, but again, he appeared just like how you would expect Diddy to appear for a hearing.
Diddy's attorneys and Diddy himself have continuously denied any involvement in Kim Porter's death, but everyone around Diddy says otherwise. Gene Deal says Diddy and Kim had an incredibly abusive relationship, and he even saw Diddy hit Kim Porter multiple times. One time, while standing guard outside a room that Diddy and Kim Porter were in, Gene says he heard Diddy beat Kim, and when Kim walked out, she was covered in bruises.
And then sometimes when Kim lived on 70th something street, and I would go upstairs with Diddy, you could hear the shit in the hallway. And I would just shake my head when he come out or whatever, and Kim would be in the house. And it's always about where she was at or who she was dealing with. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna see you physically put your hands on nobody. I don't give a shit who you are, or well, I'm not gonna see you physically put your hands on her. You understand? That's not gonna be me. You know, first of all, I can't.
Crazy, man. So you could hear Diddy putting hands on Kim Porter.
Well, see, he always do, like I told you, he be doing that. He'll start off, he'll have something on his mind, and he'll like that play fight with them. You understand? And he'll be hurting them when they, to the point where they'll be like, yo, stop. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they got the room is locked. You don't hear none of that. And then, you know, Kim will walk out.
Oh my God. All bruised
in her white
up.
robe. And you can see it in her face. But what are you gonna do? That smothering her with the pillows and all that, like he playing with her. I know she was tired.
Yeah, he also told Rolling Stone that Diddy, he's a jealous person that don't know what love is.
He knows that, bruh. Kim couldn't have nobody, bruh.
No
Kim
friends.
couldn't have nobody. You understand what I'm saying, bruh? Diddy could do whatever, Puff could do whatever he wanted to do, Brother Love could do whoever he wanted to be. If Kim ever tried to get with somebody, Puff would interfere with them or with her trying to be with them. He wasn't letting that happen. Unless he was bringing them to the picture. That's what he used Kim for, bro. He wanted to make a deal with somebody. He'll get another girl and a guy that he's trying to make a deal with, and him and Kim, they all party together. Man, he used Kim for that shit, bro.
Wow, so he used Kim for that?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You don't do that to somebody you're supposed to love, man.
That's crazy.
Do you remember any situation where he used her for that?
I know a couple situations, but I know the people so well, man, and so good, and they some good people in Atlanta that had major groups.
Diddy says he loved Kim Porter and he would never hurt her. If he really loved her that much, why was he beating her every chance he got? Diddy said the same things about Cassie and swore that Cassie was lying about the abuse until his video with her went viral. Was Diddy beating Kim just like he was beating Cassie?
But, you know, honestly, anybody that's lost a mother, lost a soulmate, it takes time. It takes time. You know, I don't, you know, they say time heals all wounds. When it comes to your mother or mothers, I don't think that's the case. You know, I mean, I think we have the strongest beings. Like, if it comes to like a category of who's the strongest beings on the face of the earth, it would have to be black mothers. I don't think anybody can ever understand how hard it is to be, you know, to be a black mother.
This dude is crying. What he want to go for Actor of the Year award or something? He is crying, yo. Come on, Diddy. What you make up your mind, man? You gonna be a bad boy or you gonna be a cry boy, a cry baby? God damn, boy, this dude is something else, man. This dude is something else.
I mean, I think we have the strongest beings. Like, if it comes to like a category of who's the strongest beings on the face of the earth, it would have to be black mothers. I don't think anybody can ever understand how hard it is to be, you know, to be a black mother.
Whew. Man, God bless Diddy, man. Tears are how our heart speaks when our lips can't describe how much we...
The title? Kim's Lost Words. It's currently a bestseller on Amazon, and it's filled with explosive claims that her 2018 death was due to foul play. Passages are filled with details of physical abuse, sexual coercion, and other acts of violence Combs allegedly committed against Kim. Now, their 4 kids are speaking out, denouncing it as lies. Quote, claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. The book, riddled with typos and written by a man using a pseudonym, contains alleged first-hand diaries and notes from...
A book written with typos and God dang, boy. And then he ain't read it. I didn't even read the book. That's probably why I got so many typos.
Quote, claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. The book, riddled with typos and written by a man using a pseudonym, contains alleged first-hand diaries and notes from Kim talking about Diddy, including, quote, out of nowhere, he hit me with a chair. I don't remember anything after that until I woke up in a hospital room. My arm was in a cast. As I came to, the first face I saw was of the man that put me here.
When I lost Kim, it broke my heart forever.
Diddy's lawyer calls the alleged memoir fake and offensive. It also marks the first time Quincy, Christian, and the twins, Jesse and Delilah, have spoken out since their father's arrest, saying, quote, the cause of her death has long been established. There was no foul play. According to the autopsy report, Kim died of natural causes from lobar pneumonia, which is an infection of the lungs.
The conditions surrounding Kim Porter's death are extremely suspicious. And apart from the fact that there is literally a book that Kim wrote where she said that Diddy might come after her, Kim Porter's casket was allegedly ordered a week before she actually died. Kim Porter was completely healthy less than 7 days before she died, and she actually had a complete medical check, according to her autopsy report. How does someone who is completely healthy...
They ordered the casket. God dang, man. You can make this no more obvious. They ordered a casket a week before she passed away. What?
Where she said that Diddy might come after her. Kim Porter's casket was allegedly ordered a week before she actually died. Kim Porter was completely healthy less than 7 days before she died, and she actually had a complete medical check, according to her autopsy report. How does someone who is completely healthy develop and die from pneumonia in less than a week? She had access to the best doctors in the world, but she never even bothered going to the hospital? Something doesn't make sense here.
How is it that there was no electronic products or gadgets around Kim's bed? Her laptop missing, Her cell phone's missing. Everything is missing that she could get in touch with her little girls if they not at home or her friends or family. All that's missing. How is it that, and this is her say, that the detectives did not even view the body in the bed where she died at? That the coroner them had already removed her, pronounced her dead, and told the detectives them that it was no foul play. And if that is true, as I've heard it, and we've read certain things on the internet about it, that case need to be reopened. We know that Kim, and it's in the this is in the documentation. Shout out the paperwork. At the paperwork part, I gotta shout him out, man, because he looked in the paperwork and it said Kim received a massage for about an hour when she's supposed to have full-blown pneumonia. Who gives somebody a massage when they got pneumonia?
I need to know, do you think that Diddy killed Kim Porter?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because of all the videotapes, because of the book, because of all the people she gave copies of her book to, or at least chapters. Because of everything that she had on him, because of the tape that she used to blackmail him into a relationship and into a raise of him being sodomized by 𝗟𝗓𝗓. And I am not saying that allegedly, because I heard her and 𝗟𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 talking about it in the booth of the bathroom while snorting cocaine at the 𝗗𝗢𝗡 Club.
The cruises and discolor.
You hear that? You hear how she talk? Jaguar, right? You hear she said this is not alleged. So if these things she's saying, again, man, think about this, y'all. If Jaguar Wright is speaking and saying all this stuff, now you know Jay-Z went after Morgan and told him to take that video down. They ain't going after Jag though. Nobody is going after Jag. I was sweating bullets when Jag was mentioned in that lawsuit, but of course you know that the female lawyer was involved in that. Lord have mercy. So soon as I saw that she was involved in it, I said, oh, shucks. And Jaguar was in jail at the time they saying all this stuff went down. Go on, Jaguar. Congratulations again for your plaque also, dear.
Because I heard her and 𝗟𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 talking about it in the booth of the bathroom while snorting cocaine at the 𝗗𝗢𝗡 Club.
The cruises and discoloration on Kim Porter's body have also never been explained. Plus, her laptop and phone was missing when she died.
A small amount of blood was noted as issuing from the right nair. A small amount of white frothy sputum was also noted issuing from the mouth. Oh, she had foam coming out of her mouth? What appeared to be a contusion was noted to the left upper arm. Multiple small red dots and what appeared to be a small contusion was noted to the right upper arm. What appeared to be small contusions were also noted to the bilateral posterior upper legs. Piercings were noted to the bilateral ears. Implants were noted to the bilateral breast. A vertical line of discoloration was noted extending from the upper abdomen to the groin region. The back was unremarkable. No other scars, marks, or apparent signs of trauma were noted. Rigor was noted to be a 3 throughout the body. Lividity was fixed and appeared to be consistent with the decedent's position upon my arrival. Identification. Decedent was positively identified as Kimberly Antoinette Porter. Next of kin, they notified the son and other family members. Decedent was not married. I spoke with Detective 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦 at the scene and he confirmed this information. Organ tissue procurement was not addressed with the family, and autopsy notification, it says no exam notification was requested.
Now Diddy's sons are trying to stop the truth from being published. Kim had dirt on Diddy, which she was planning to expose in her book. One of her close friends, Courtney Burgess, has now handed this book over to the FBI. And shockingly, Kim's own children are trying to stop this book from getting published. They don't want Diddy to get caught, and they only care about the money.
Here is the other thing with Mr. Burgess. He apparently says he owns the rights to a book that was reportedly based on the alleged memoir of Kim Porter. In fact, according to TMZ, Burgess' phone was seized by the feds, and on it was a copy of a flash drive with material that was used in this book. Here's the problem. Christian and Quincy Combs, these are the sons of Diddy and Kim Porter. Quincy's actually adopted by Diddy. But they are reportedly fighting back, and they have sent Burgess a cease and desist letter to prevent the further sale of this book. They argue this is just an attempt to capitalize on Porter's fame and that they own the rights to her IP, her intellectual property, like her diary entries, her potential manuscript. As her heirs, they own it. And they also want an accounting of current sales of the book. To be clear, though, they aren't acknowledging that there is, in fact, a long-lost memoir from their mother. In fact, they've actually denied that before when there was a similar book, a derivative work, we'll talk about that, published by this guy named Chris Todd on Amazon. They were adamantly fighting against that. They said that their mother wouldn't write this. But what they're basically saying is if something should exist, they own it.
And those statements include descriptions of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury.
Right.
Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities?
Man, I get sick and tired of seeing this dude just sitting there looking like a bump on a log. And I'm not making up I just don't like him. He lied. And he said he lied. So he lied on YouTube. You don't get on YouTube and start lying. You tell the truth. At least you're supposed to. Have some type of dignity. And then he admitted, I just lied to him. Well, on this other podcast, you said this. Man, I just lied to him. Really? That's your answer? You can tell the person not rapping that answer or something, man. You don't just straight up just lie. All right, here we go, y'all.
Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if they were. Right.
Sure.
Appear to
Let
be.
me rephrase it.
Based on, yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appeared to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
All of them. All of them.
Can you wait till she
Out of those
finish
8,
first?
how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all, to be honest, all.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized,
Yeah,
meaning this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
Like father, like son. With Diddy behind bars, his sons have started taking over his criminal enterprise and are allegedly working with him to get rid of the evidence. A leaked phone call between Diddy and his son Justin.
They taking over the criminal enterprise. The kids are taking over the criminal enterprise is the word they use.
His sons have started taking over his criminal enterprise and are allegedly working with him to get rid of the evidence.
Wow.
A leaked phone call between Diddy and his son Justin showed that Diddy was planning to use his sons to get rid of the evidence recovered from his Miami mansion. This evidence includes all the tapes that the FBI confiscated, along with 1,000 bottles of baby oil and date rape drugs.
Diddy's prison phone call just leaked and it was posted by Social Details. This is allegedly a call that he had, and there's a lot of talk, a lot of code words in there, so we're gonna listen to it together. Check it out.
I'm not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone.
That's AI. That's bull.
To get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over.
Now, this alleged leak call from Diddy in prison was talking about getting rid of pizza boxes. Now, if you know your stuff and you're privy, you know exactly what pizza stands for, and that's probably what they're talking about and referring to on this alleged leak call.
Hold up, y'all. Let me see something real quick. Wait a minute. 3 days ago. This was uploaded 3 days ago. Now, the person who uploaded this, they know that this phone call stuff is some bull. We already established, we established that already, that this is bull right here, but we're going to let it play.
Pizza boxes. Now, if you know your stuff and you're privy, you know exactly what pizza stands for, and that's probably what they're talking about and referring to on this alleged leak call. Pizza, for those who don't know, I'm going to make it very clean. It has to do with children and selling.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Now, in this alleged phone call, he starts talking about someone named Jay. People are speculating that may be Jay-Z, but there's no confirmation. At the same time, he talks about recycling plastic. I don't know what that could mean. If you guys have any idea, comment and let me know.
Everybody out there quiet as motherfucker. Yeah, exactly. We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh.
I mean, it seems by the call that he's looking for help. He's saying that a lot of people are quiet, I guess people that are on his side, and that he's gonna have the last laugh at the end.
Diddy himself has asked his attorneys to try and get this evidence suppressed. Diddy's lawyers claim that the search warrants obtained by the FBI were illegal, and none of the evidence they submitted is admissible. Does this have something to do with what Diddy told his son?
Now to Sean Diddy Combs, looking to suppress evidence in his federal trial. Senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky is back with the story. Good morning again, Aaron.
And to you, Michael. You'll remember federal agents from Homeland Security Investigations were hardly shy when they raided Sean Combs' opulent homes in Los Angeles and Miami, guns drawn. The jailed music mogul now argues those searches and other searches of his iCloud accounts, electronic devices, and New York City hotel room following his arrest were unconstitutional. His lawyers argue evidence obtained through those searches must be suppressed. Diddy's lawyers say the government presented a grossly distorted picture of reality when applying for the search warrants, omitting certain facts and including salacious details from an unnamed producer that were never credible. Combs has pleaded not guilty to racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, and prostitution charges. The defense is also arguing here his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, was a willing participant in drug-fueled sex performances called freak-offs, not coerced, as prosecutors allege.
The only reason that Diddy's sons are still working with their father is because they're monsters just like him. Both Justin and Christian Combs have been named in sexual assault lawsuits in connection with Diddy, and Justin was allegedly the one responsible for sourcing minors for Diddy's freak-off parties. Lil Rod's lawsuit even showed a picture of Justin at one of Diddy's fake-off parties. With all this new information coming forward, it makes sense why Diddy's daughters would feel uncomfortable around him.
There are also allegations that Diddy forced these victims to have sex with prostitutes as he touched himself. He called these situations freak-offs, and oftentimes he recorded them. Here's where some of the allegations against his son Justin Combs come in. So all this takes us back to February, when Rodney Jones, also known as the producer Lil Rod, filed civil suit against Diddy. In his lengthy lawsuit, Lil Rod straight name drops Justin Combs, describing him as someone who solicits prostitutes, underage girls, and sex workers. There's actually a picture of Justin Combs with an allegedly underage girl shown in the lawsuit. Now, in this specific instance, Lil Rod alleges at least one underage girl came to Diddy's home for a listening party. A sex worker was also apparently solicited, and a freak-off ensued. As an aside, this is the same night that Lil Rod alleges Diddy forced him to take a laced shot. He started to feel lightheaded and then woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, naked next to a sex worker. It's important to note Justin Combs is listed as a defendant on this case because, according to Lil Rod, he facilitated Diddy's alleged RICO enterprise and at times participated. Civil suit points to more accusations against Justin Combs too, for his involvement in an alleged shooting cover-up. According to court documents, it happened on September 12th, 2022, outside Diddy's Chalice Studios. Lil Rod says Diddy, his son Justin, and Justin's friend who went by G were all there when things got heated. Lil Rod says he heard multiple gunshots ring out and later found G on the bathroom floor in the fetal position. Lil Rod says he was bleeding out of his hip and leg area. Lil Rod says he was applying pressure to G's wounds and then asked the crowd to call an ambulance. At that point, both Diddy and Justin Combs disappeared to another part of the studio. Diddy then gave strict instructions to inform the police that he had nothing to do with the shooting. He also forced Mr. Jones to lie to the police by telling them that G was shot standing outside the studio by a drive-by assailant. So that specific allegation involves Diddy's son Justin, but another allegation and entirely separate civil lawsuit involves his other son Christian, or King Combs. Grace 𝗗𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦 alleges that Christian Combs sexually assaulted her on a yacht in December 2022, and she says it was facilitated by Diddy.
In April 2024, Grace 𝗗𝗗𝗡𝗞𝗦 filed a lawsuit against Christian King Combs, alleging sexual assault, battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress during one of Diddy's freak-off parties. This party happened on a yacht, where Grace was hired to work as a stewardess. During the party, Christian pressured her to consume tequila, which she believes was spiked with drugs. She claims once she lost consciousness, Christian groped her and attempted to force her into oral sex.
And she was 25 years old at the time. She believed that the trip would be a, quote, wholesome family excursion, but says it, quote, turned into a hedonistic environment, even describing rampant drug use amongst sex workers and celebrities who came on board. She believes that the alcohol on the yacht had been laced with drugs because she says women would have one drink and then almost immediately pass out or start falling over. This is, by the way, something that it was also alleged in Jones's lawsuit, that Combs would spike the drinks of different people. But focusing on Christian Combs, Markey says that Christian Combs had been staying at a villa on the shore, but that he would come onto the yacht in the evening to party. And on December 28, 2022, Christian reportedly arrived very intoxicated and then proceeded to pressure Markey to take shots of tequila. She did. Christian allegedly tried to get her to drink more in the yacht's makeshift studio. Markey alleges that Christian kissed her neck, kissed her face, as he groped her legs, breasts, and private areas.
Diddy is talking to accomplices outside jail and asking them to contact witnesses and try to keep them silent on his behalf. Diddy's sons are involved in helping Diddy stay in contact. Prosecutors claim that Diddy is using three-way calls to connect with accomplices. Diddy calls his family and then asks them to add someone to the call.
The latest on Sean Diddy Combs. Prosecutors are accusing Combs of trying to contact prospective witnesses and obstruct the case against him. Our senior investigative correspondent, 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗞𝗦, is here with more on that. Good morning to you, Aaron.
Good morning, Robin. Sean Combs going to be asking a judge this week to release him on bail, but prosecutors now say the argument for detention has only gotten stronger. This morning, federal prosecutors are accusing Sean Diddy Combs of escalating his attempts to influence the jury pool and subvert his criminal case. Almost immediately after arriving at the federal jail in Brooklyn, prosecutors say Combs started using telephone accounts of at least 8 other inmates to call people not on his approved contact list. Prosecutors allege Combs frequently instructs family members and his attorneys to add other individuals via three-way call, which is not allowed. On some of those calls, prosecutors say Combs is explicit about his intention to use public statements to sway potential jurors, including this Instagram post by Diddy's kids.
Happy birthday to Daddy.
Prosecutors say Combs enlisted family members to plan and execute a social media campaign around the defendant's birthday. The first time we heard his voice from behind bars.
Thank y'all for being strong and thank y'all for being by my side and supporting me. I love y'all. I got the best family in the world.
Prosecutors say Combs then monitored audience engagement from the video.
Diddy's legal troubles are only getting worse, and with his daughters allegedly planning to cut ties, it seems like his entire empire is crumbling. From Kim Porter's suspicious death to the disturbing allegations against Diddy and his sons, the truth is unraveling fast. But will his daughters follow through with emancipation, or will Diddy find a way to silence them too? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.
Man, y'all gotta be more aware of what's going on, because y'all got stuff in this video that's old news. Uncle Mike got a nerve to talk, right? It's old news, and it's clear that everybody knows that them phone calls was fake AI. Somebody made it up, made that thing go viral or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, again, man, the kids, the daughters, because the sons are in some type of lawsuits and stuff. I still feel sorry for the sons because they in a lawsuit like they father like son, but I feel sorry for them because they grew up thinking that this is okay and this is right. They grew up thinking that, you know, we bad boys, so we can do this. And they was taught wrong, so I feel sorry for them also. They was taught wrong. The girls, I'm pretty sure they've been protected. There was one little thing that I seen that Diddy was trying to do things with the kids, with the daughters. I don't think that was true, and I really don't think he'll stoop that low. That's the lowest. If you're trying to, oh my God. Oh man, my stomach hurt even thinking about stuff like that, man. How in the world can you do this type of stuff? Look here, man. Y'all let me know in oh my God, man. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. I hope to God this man. Did y'all hear that? Let me know in the comments if y'all heard Diddy tried to do something with the daughters. Y'all take it light, take it slow, man. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.